Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really cool tool for game masters called Illwinter's Floorplan Generator. It's all about one thing: making maps for your tabletop games and making them fast.
So picture this. You're a GM, you're mid-session, and your players have just decided to completely ignore your beautifully crafted plot hook. Now they're kicking down the door of some random building you never planned for, and you need a battle map, like right now. We've all been there, right?
And that's the thing. Making maps, especially good-looking ones, for every possible encounter, it can be a huge time sink. I mean, that's precious time you could be spending on your story, your characters, or, just having a life outside of game prep.
Well, what if there was a tool designed to take all that heavy lifting off your shoulders? That's exactly where Illwinter's Floorplan Generator comes into play. It's built from the ground up to solve this exact problem, so you can focus on the fun parts of being a GM.
So what is it really? At its heart, it's a grid-based map creator for dungeons, for wilderness, you name it. But the whole idea, the entire design is built around this one promise: letting you create awesome encounter maps for your games and doing it quickly and easily.
And this quote right here really gets to the core of it. The philosophy is just so simple. You make the big, broad stroke decisions. I want a floor here, a wall here, and the software is smart enough to fill in all the little details for you.
Okay, so let's get into the how. How does this thing actually make map making so fast? Well, it's not just about slapping down tiles. There's some really clever stuff going on under the hood.
So what's the secret sauce? It all comes down to a feature they call Smart Terrain. And what that means is you don't have to worry about how different textures blend or which wall piece goes where. The program just understands the relationship between the things you place on the map.
And this is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Check this out. You can put down the exact same cave wall tile in two different places. If you place it next to a rough, rocky floor, the wall automatically gets all jagged and natural looking. But put that same wall next to a fancy marble floor and boom, it becomes smooth and polished. You didn't have to do anything. No searching for different assets. You just place the wall and the tool thinks for you. It's brilliant.
So, what's happening here is that the software is using some smart algorithms and even random fractals to create these really natural-looking transitions. It means your cave walls and your rivers don't look like a boring grid, they look organic. And you get all that without having to sit there and painstakingly draw every single curve yourself.
And it's not just the terrain. You've got a whole library of stuff to work with. We're talking over 50 different terrain types, plus all the usual objects like doors, tables, and trees. Plus, there are shortcuts to just scatter random trees or doors, and you can even have it generate a whole random dungeon for you. And if that's not enough, you can import your own custom stuff too.
You also have total control over how your map looks in the end. You can go for a full-color map, which is perfect for a virtual tabletop, or maybe you want that classic, old-school black and white vibe for printing. You can even import your own custom styles to get the exact look and feel you're going for.
Okay, so you've made this awesome map. Now what? A map is only useful if you can actually get it in front of your players, whether you're playing at a physical table or online. So let's look at how that actually works.
For anyone playing on a virtual tabletop like Roll20 or Foundry, the process is exactly as simple as you'd hope. Seriously, you just design your map, export it as a single image file, a PNG, and then you upload that straight into your VTT. It's designed to be completely painless.
Now you've got a few key export options. You can do a multi-page PDF for printing out big maps, which is great, but honestly, for VTT users, the absolute killer feature here is the wall data export. This is a massive time saver. Instead of having to redraw all your walls in your VTT to set up dynamic lighting, this tool can just export all that data for you. That feature alone could save you a huge headache before a game.
All right, so if you're thinking this sounds pretty good, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about where you can get it, what it runs on, and all that practical stuff.
Well, the good news is it's super accessible. It runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and you can grab it right on Steam. Because it's on Steam, that also means you get Steam Workshop support, so there's a whole community creating and sharing content. And, like a lot of stuff on Steam, it goes on sale, so you can definitely keep an eye out for a good deal.
So, let's be real. A tool like this isn't trying to replace something like WonderDraft or Campaign Cartographer for making gorgeous world maps. That's not its job. This is all about speed and efficiency. It's designed to give you back your most valuable resource as a GM, your time, so you can spend less of it drawing floors and more of it building incredible adventures. So the real question is, What would you do with all that extra prep time?